France's oceanic territory all combined across the world is larger than the entirety of the European continent itself, and France possesses 8% of the entire world's EEZ areas, despite the fact that France itself only possesses 0.45% of the world's land and only 0.84% of the world's population. If you were to combine both land and maritime area for every country in the world, then France all of a sudden ranks as the world's 5th largest country, beating out places like Brazil, China, India, or Indonesia, which is frankly just ridiculous, and it all gives France, and by extension the European Union, an enormous global geopolitical advantage. When also factoring in Spain's, Portugal's, the Netherlands, and Denmark's overseas territories, the European Union's collective EEZ enables it to dominate the entire Baltic, control nearly the entire Mediterranean and the eastern North Atlantic, and have outposts across every ocean and every corner of the globe. After the United Kingdom and the United States, France even further maintains the 3rd largest amount of overseas military bases outside of their home territory, with bases all across their overseas possessions in South America, the Caribbean, Indian, and Pacific Oceans, with even further bases across many of their former colonies in Africa like Djibouti, Ivory Coast, Gabon, Senegal, Mali, Chad, and Niger, additional bases across the Middle East in Syria, Iraq, Jordan, and the UAE, and a final 2 more inside of Germany. Altogether, France maintains a force of more than 36,000 soldiers deployed to these territories across the world, and ever since 2001, the French have initiated military interventions across these 9 countries on 2 separate continents. The presence of these French military bases and soldiers all across the world from South America to Africa, the Middle East, and the Pacific gives the French a very similar capability to the United States. They can project power and deploy military assets at a moment's notice to counter almost any threat anywhere on the planet. So when you look at a map like this, you realize that the global French, and therefore the global European empire, is very much still alive and well in the 21st century. And as a result, France and Europe are probably a lot closer to you than you may have realized.